Hello friends, welcome to Z's Take. I'm Z, and this is my AI partner, Joe. What's going on, everybody? Today we will be looking at Trump news for the week. Let's see what's been going on. Well, we still have that Mamdani situation in New York. And recently there was a horrible flood in Texas where a lot of people died, children, and a lot of people are missing, a lot of damage. They're trying to blame Trump for it. Just for fun, let's see what Rosie O'Donnell got to say about this. It seems like moving to another country does not take the TDS away.
And what a horror story in Texas. The flash floods in Texas, the Guadalupe River, 51 missing, 51 dead, more missing. Children at a camp. And you know, when the president guts all of the early warning systems and the weathering forecast abilities of the government, these are the results that we're going to start to see on a daily basis because he's put this country in so much danger by his horrible decisions and this ridiculously immoral bill that he just signed into law. People will die as a result, and they've started already. Shame on him. Shame on every GOP sycophant who's listening and following the disastrous decisions of this mentally incapacitated POTUS.
The bill? Wasn't the bill signed like a day or two before the incident? I don't understand what the bill has to do with the situation. Well, they have to push the narrative. So the narrative is that it's Trump's fault, no matter what. So I know the media's working overtime to push this on Trump. Yeah, but the facts are the facts, so check it out.
And Matt Gutman, in his report, he was telling us there are questions on the ground right now about these warnings and when they went out. What do we know?
Yeah, we know from the AP, they said the National Weather Service offices there were more than staffed. They were staffed extra, actually, which is normal. The National Weather Service confirming to us that that's called surge staffing ahead of a big event like this. The warnings went out, starting with the flood watch at 1:18 p.m. the day before. So that's the day before into the evening of. The WPC puts out this saying 3-inch per hour rainfall rates. They're saying this is going to be bad. Again, 6 p.m. the night before. By midnight, that heavy rain begins. And then at 1:14 a.m., the first flash flood warning goes out. That's the type that goes out on the NOAA weather radio. That's the type that would fly onto your phone. And it had a considerable tag, meaning this is bigger than your run-of-the-mill flood warning. Then the river starts rising, and by 3:35 a.m., that wording is upped. It says, move to higher ground now, act quickly to protect your life.
But at the federal level, you have the Trump administration saying for most of the time that they've been in power that they want to eliminate FEMA as an agency. President Trump has said it. Ted Cruz, the senator, has said it. Let's just play some of what Trump has said over the last few months.
I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away. FEMA has been a very big disappointment. They cost a tremendous amount of money. It's very bureaucratic, and it's very slow.
We want to wean off of FEMA, and we want to bring it down to the state level. A little bit like education, we're moving it back to the states so the governors can handle it. That's why they're governors now. If they can't handle it, they shouldn't be governor. But the FEMA thing has not been a very successful experiment. Very, very expensive, and it doesn't get the job done.
FEMA comes in after a disaster. FEMA comes in and aids the state and local officials after a disaster has happened. It's not about disaster preparedness. And disasters in this country are handled by the states and handled by the localities. FEMA mainly serves as a funding source and a lot of red tape between the taxpayers and those localities. It's a fair question to say whether we need to get rid of FEMA or not, because the states could make better use of the money that FEMA's.
But at some point, somebody's life, somebody's child could have been saved.
Well, I think something that gets lost in this is the DOGE cuts have actually not taken effect. They don't take effect until October 1st. And if you talk to the National Weather Service, they say we had 5 staffers instead of the normal 2 that were on hand.
So that doesn't seem to be working. Times have changed. Yeah, that's just looking silly. What's going on with that Mamdani situation? Trump doesn't hold back his opinion on anybody, and he's definitely not holding back his opinion on Zohran Mamdani.
This is a man who's not very capable, in my opinion, other than he's got a good line of bullshit,
He's a communist.
This is a communist. He's not a socialist. He's a communist.
We're going to go to a communistic state. That's so bad for New York. But he's a communist, and he's a pure communist. I think he admits it.
But according to him, he's not really getting involved. He got other fish to fry.
Let's say this. If he does get in, I'm going to be president, and he's going to have to do the right thing, or they're not getting any money. I can tell you this. Whoever's mayor of New York is going to have to behave themselves, or the federal government is coming down very tough on them financially.
I'm not getting involved.
Well, we never get tired of hearing the W's Trump gains while fighting the media. Join us next week on another episode of Z's Take as me and my AI partner Joe continue to expose the left and the right of the United States of America.